Hello, good day to you. It's hot off the press today, and just carrying on from yesterday's story. This is the Ohio train crash. You see, we talked about it briefly, and another story's come up in the news, and this is talking about the cover-up of contaminated soil. Because what they did, they obviously controlled evacuation of some of the liquid into a trench, and they ignited it. Obviously this was the best way to get rid of it. However, it created a toxic cloud, and this has gone round and obviously contaminated everywhere. But the worst part of this story is the soil in the trench, because they haven't done anything with it. And of course some of this liquid has gone down into the actual soil and will find its way eventually into the water system, and this is going to contaminate the area even worse than what it is now. So the obviously the story MSM in the MSN. Quite funny. Alright, it's not funny, but hey, I thought it was. So Microsoft, yes. The Ohio town of East Palestine. This was a huge fire yesterday, on Monday, whenever it was, and it was creating a controlled burn of the substance, which obviously was a ominous plume of black smoke. 5,000 people were evacuated from the town, and obviously it's going to send toxic gases into the atmosphere. Phosgene, which obviously was what they used in the First World War. Yeah, that's right, chemical weapons. It's very interesting. And the residents were allowed to return home very soon, and they didn't find any toxic levels above safe limits where they wouldn't. But they have reportedly complained of headaches and nausea, which is one of the side effects. Pets have died, and of course the letter to a train company that chemicals carried continued to leak, obviously when they derailed, and it caused a huge fire, as you can see. They fear a massive explosion. So the ongoing concerns obviously is about the soil and the fact that they haven't bothered to do anything with it, and it's going to be eventually leach into the groundwater. Now, I watched a video yesterday afternoon, and it was talking about this very thing and how it's all linked. Obviously we know it's linked because we've shown you the movie of the event. Even before it happened, they made a movie about it. So they're telling you that it's going to happen, and it happened. But what this guy has done, he's traced it down to various bodies, so financial connections, and lo and behold, yes, Blackrock are involved in this.
So let's start with, why isn't the news media covering this? If you go to CNN.com, MSNBC.com, Fox.com, ABC.com, you're not going to see this story, which is pretty massive, especially considering that some environmental groups are calling it a modern day Chernobyl, which is probably an exaggeration, but there's such a dichotomy. So why is that? So I did some quick digging, and I found that the company in question, Norfolk Southern Railway, is owned by the following companies. The largest shareholders are the Vanguard Group, Blackrock Fund, and SSGA, which is the State Street Global Advisors Group. And their ownership stakes are as follows. So this is the easiest research I've ever done, because when I pulled up the ownership stakes for the largest news companies, CNN, Fox, ABC, NBC, CBS, here's what that data looks like. And as you can see, there's a clear pattern. BlackRock, Vanguard Group, and SSGA show up in pretty much every single one of them.
So as you've seen, it's all very much not surprising at all, and very typical of what's going on in the world. You have to also ask, what are they covering up? What are they covering up? Why are they doing this? what is the reason for it now? Obviously, they're trying to kill people with the poisoning of the land and water and things like this, and initial sort of release of this poison. It's a colourless gas made that they use to make PVC plastic. So this is obviously something that they need, but they're moving it around by terrain. So we may find that happened in the UK too. They transport dangerous chemicals around the country. So that is it. That is the whole thing. Obviously some more will come up eventually, as we know, as we move forward, and the significance of it will become apparent. So that's it from me. Have a very good day. I'll catch you later. Bye for now.